So this is the last part of your chapter 3, separation of substances, in which we will talk about solution. We will talk about saturated solution as well as we will talk about what is solubility and how it can be increased. So children, do you know what are soft drinks made up of? They are made up of water, sugar, carbon dioxide and various added flavors. So all these things that are sugar, carbon dioxide and flavors, they are mixed in water to form a solution. So your cold drink is also a very good example of a solution. So let's study in deep about what a solution is. So what is a solution? The definition of the solution states that the mixture of various substances dissolved in a liquid can be termed as a solution. The substances that are dissolved in smaller quantities are called solute, while the substance in which the solute will dissolve is called as the solvent. So remember, solute added in solvent will give us solution. This is a diagrammatic representation of a solution. So this is a beaker in which the blue colored water is present. So this water is known as solvent because in the solvent your solute is dissolved, and you can see the yellow colored particles. They are the particles of the solute which remain suspended or which remain dissolved in the solvent. So solute mixed in solvent gives you a solution. Let's recall what are soft drinks made up of. They are made up of water, sugar, carbon dioxide and various added flavors. So water here is your solvent because in water only all the other components are dissolved. And sugar, carbon dioxide and flavor, they all are the solutes. They are dissolved in the water in small quantities. So the entire soft drink is a solution. Now what is solubility? Solubility is the property of a substance to dissolve in a given liquid. For example, salt. Salt can be dissolved in water completely, so it is soluble. All the substances do not dissolve in water. Substances that dissolve completely are known as soluble substances. For example, salt, sugar, and the substances that do not dissolve are called insoluble substances. For example, sand, and it can be pepper powder, chalk powder, sawdust, etc. Water is considered as the universal solvent. Universal solvent means something that dissolves most of the components in it. So water is considered as universal solvent because it dissolves more number of substances than any other liquid that is found on the planet. Now, what is a saturated solution? A saturated solution is a solution in which no more solute can be dissolved in the solvent. Now here you can see in the picture we have a glass of water, and in that any solute is added. So initially you see the number of molecules that are present in the solvent that are in a limited quantity. There are only 6 particles that are seen dissolved in the liquid. But in the other glass you can see that the entire liquid is filled with the particles of solute. So this is the saturated solution. Now whatever you will add, if you will add more solute to this glass of water, then the extra solute will start depositing at the bottom. So this is a saturated solution because no more solute can be able to dissolve in it. Solubility of any solute can be increased by 3 methods. You can either heat the solvent. For example, if any solution has become saturated and you want to add more solute to it, you can try heating it. So as a result, it will be able to accommodate more solute in it. The next method to increase the solubility is by adding more solvent. For example, you are adding sugar in water and you have added a good amount of sugar. As a result, now the water has become saturated. Now whatever sugar you are adding, instead of becoming dissolved, it is getting separated, it is getting settled at the bottom. So what you can do is you can add more solvent. You can add some amount of water into it, and then the extra added sugar will be able to dissolve in it. Last method is by stirring the solvent constantly. Stirring means you are swirling it, or you are moving the entire solvent with the help of any stirrer. For example, in this picture that is shown here, the stirrer that is used is a spoon, with the help of whom the water is shaken up. So by these three methods you can increase the solubility of a solute. That's all for now, and here we have completed our chapter number 3. Now tomorrow onwards we will start our next chapter, and I will provide you the answers to write in your copies. Thank you and have a nice day.